Welcome to the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome, America's original living museum of the sky. If you're looking for a unique location that features the thrills of the golden age of aviation, we'll show you why old Rhinebeck is the perfect place to bring the entire family. Set in the picturesque Dutchess County countryside in upstate New York, the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome was the dream of one individual, Cole Palin. From 6 original aircraft purchased in 1951, the collection today has grown to nearly 70. Many, like this 1909 French Blériot, the oldest flying airplane in America, takes to the sky once again at old Rhinebeck as it did nearly a century ago. With its international reputation as one of the world's premier aviation museums, many major national and local television networks have featured old Rhinebeck for special remote broadcasts. Weather permitting, weekend air shows from mid-June through mid-October feature on Saturdays aircraft from the Pioneer era and Lindbergh era. Reliving the wild and exciting days of the Barnstormers. Sunday air shows feature World War I aircraft in thrilling dogfights, where you can cheer the hero and boo the villain. And catch a visit from the flying farmer, Stan Segala. You can even participate in a vintage fashion show. As an added feature throughout the season, guests are treated to displays from visiting organizations. Their prized possessions are in full view in our grassy courtyards, right by the flight line of some of the most unique aircraft in the world. If you're a member of a group, you might consider having your next gathering here at Old Rhinebeck. Whether it's an auto or motorcycle club, a wedding reception, scouts group, or school field trip, we'd be happy to discuss the details to make it a memorable event for you and your members. What makes the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome so unique is that it's a living museum, where vintage planes and cars operate just as they did at the turn of the century. In fact, for over 40 years, over 5 million people, both young and old, have thrilled to the sights and sounds of weekend air shows, making it a perfect location to visit. Touring our 4 museum buildings, you'll see early examples of flight long before today's modern jets. Seeing and hearing original World War I and Pioneer engines in operation leave guests with a new appreciation of aviation history. Open cockpit biplane rides give visitors a real thrill of the early days of aviation. Viewing the Dutchess County countryside from the air is an exciting experience, complete with helmet and goggles, of course. At an old Rhinebeck air show, you've got a front row seat to aviation history, filled with plenty of one-of-a-kind photo opportunities. Take a brief moment now and see the old Rhinebeck Aerodrome in action. vintage planes, vintage cars, vintage fashions, and more. They're all a part of the world-famous old Rhinebeck Aerodrome, less than 2 hours from New York City. So if you're looking for a unique location for your next trip, call us at 914-752-3200. Ask about special private weekday air shows for large groups and becoming a member of the Rhinebeck Aerodrome Museum. Come see why each season thousands of families discover the world-famous old Rhinebeck Aerodrome, America's original living museum of the sky. Want a great day of family fun? Come on out to the world-famous old Rhinebeck Aerodrome. See the thrills and spills of the golden age of aviation. You won't believe what flies before your eyes. See vintage cars, fashions, and more. Take a scenic open cockpit biplane ride. World War I fighters dogfight high in the sky. Cheer the hero, boo the villain. It's a blast for the whole family. Air shows every weekend from mid-June till mid-October in nearby Rhinebeck, New York. It's the greatest show on earth. Call 914-752-3200. The old Rhinebeck Aerodrome, America's original living.
Assisted by Bob Fry. It is Dauntless.
Kent Walters next up.
Bill Curry coming home. Nice one, Bill. Kent Walters, he's a Dauntless fan. It's time for the Topper Heining team again. Larry Sutherland, Fresno, California.
You're watching part 2 of the 1999 United States Scale Masters Association Championships in Phoenix, Arizona.
Beautiful color.
Part 1 was shown on Scale Aircraft Show 131. Tune in.
Kent Walters. Turning into position. Kent's from Phoenix, Arizona. Beginning takeoff.
California.
Very nice, Kent. Dick Heining, wing walker. Joe's in the air. Joe Topper's flyby. T-34. He's on the center line. Ready for a takeoff. Scale exhaust. Kent Walters.
Here he comes.
Here he
Straight
comes.
Down. Flaps are out. Watch for the drop. There is the drop.
Very nice, Kent. You haven't lost your touch. Overshoot for Joe Topper. Joe Topper on this touch and go. Larry Sutherland. Okay, this is the end of Joe's second flight for the day, team scale.
Joe Topper settling down the
Okay, Larry Sutherland is down. Hey, Gary Parker's gone to the gravel.
Albatross.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, taxiing into position.
And Gary Millay, Dan the pilot from Saugus, California. Gary Millay, the builder of Huntington Beach.
Brian O'Meara. Corsair. Brian is into position. Beginning takeoff.
Yet for you, Wiley, pilot crews and interested parties will only have 15 banquet tickets left. 15. And you can take your banquet. Bye-bye with the Albatross 258.
Overshot.
The word
Overshot.
Fulton recovery
Touch and go for Gary Parker coming up. In the gravel. Okay, landing for Gary Parker in a gust of wind. He's down. Gus Stutzman is the wing walker. Well, it's Saturday morning.
Coming back around, so get your cameras ready.
We got a fellow here that's giving us a buzz job on a T6. Very nice, very nice. Navy. Bob Fry, first flight on Saturday morning.